The hornets make a beeline for the empty gourd, and Anansi plugs it and takes it back to Nyame. But one day, an out-of-towner woodcutter stops by to do some classic lumberly actions, and accidentally butterfingers his axe directly into the waterfall basin. Of course, they get more than they bargained for, and Dionysus responds by turning the mast and oars into snakes, filling the ship with ivy and the sound of flutes, and possibly turning into a lion. Quetzalcoatl, the white Tezcatlipoca, is the god of the winds, the west, knowledge, learning, art, and the planet Venus. His name means feathered serpent, which is usually how he's represented in the art. To recite a couple spider-repellent sutras. The priest repels it with the power of Buddhism, I think. Is there really more to him than that? Oh, is there? Is there ever? But we'll get to that. It's this. He died for a sweet literary reference. He was an artist. It's what he would have wanted. So it's like ancient Greece squared. And Shanga lives on as the moon goddess and conveniently justifies the yearly consumption of these bad boys. Seriously, give him a shot if you haven't already. Known for diversifying its villainous portfolio beyond the basic Shelob impersonator by using its shapeshifting powers to pull part-time as a hot lady. Given the choice between boyfriends and the moon, girls pick the moon every time. So Susan offers to kill Susan. God damn it. So Susanoo outlined all the horrifying things Dionysus could and would do to the dongs of the Athenians who rejected him. And then one day, after being magically impregnated by a ball of feathers, don't ask, Lotl is the eyeless god of the sunset, dogs, lightning, heavenly fire, and death, charged with defending the sun as it travels through the underworld every night. Charming. So Coatlicque's 401 other children take offense to these new gods. Not to worry though, as it immediately regrows in the form of 2 huge snakes. The snake shows up, spots the rice wine, and takes the opportunity to get mad drunk. Whoa, Dionysus, the 70s called. They want to know if they can borrow some of your stash. But good news, sports fans, the mom may be dead, but the baby lives. Friendly hunting expedition, and then takes the opportunity to set the open field on fire. And how does Huitzilopochtli keep up his strength, you might ask? Blood. And lots of it. Now, blood sacrifices keep the planet from eating your feet. So yeah, in the Aztec cosmology, the Earth itself is a starving primeval monster that wants nothing more than to eat everything at all times. It's fun to talk shit on the Greek gods. Let's file that under things you should probably never say ever, just to be safe. Bake backstory. Bake story? I don't think we appreciate the sun enough. And I say this as someone who gets sunburns from Hubble pics and people with unusually shiny teeth. So our old friend the Jade Emperor has 10 unruly sons, and one day, presumably for the sheer punnage of it all, they all decide to turn into 10 literal suns and start scorching the earth en masse. Tezcatlipoca takes this so badly that he calls down a rain of jaguars to eat everybody, and that's how the first world ends, which turned out not good. That was a not good thing that happened. What does feral wildlife and crippling insanity have to do with a fine Chardonnay? Because wine and parties and sticking it to the man, yo, will never die. Anyway, regardless of who they used to be, by the time ancient Greece as we think of it got going and we started getting written records again, all those old Mycenaean gods were pretty solidly locked into their new Hellenized characterizations. Poseidon got nerfed and sidelined and had his chthonic connections minimized, chthonic gods in general were shunted to the background, sky god Zeus got to be the most important dude on the block, and everyone adjusted pretty quick. Oh man, that's Zeus, am I right? Can't keep it in his pants to save the lives of countless mortal women and children. Jeez, that Apollo! He's almost worse than Zeus, because all it takes is him falling in love with you to get a one-way ticket to Deadsville. And oh man, Aphrodite? And we think today's shippers are obsessive. Hilarious, right? Well, not to Athena, who has to live with these people and probably doesn't want to see a graphic visualization of her dad and uncle banging everything that moves. You know that's not what they were asking for, come on man. Whacking Arachne on the head with her weaving shuttle, presumably while yelling, "What were you thinking?" to emphasize the point. Maybe not a good idea to show your not safe for work god fan art to one of the only 3 Olympians who explicitly want nothing to do with that business, and sews him into his leg so the kid can finish growing. If you're an Aztec warrior and you end up dead, you get to turn into a hummingbird. Aw, that's cute. He's a cute little guy. One specific rock that was possessed by a malevolent kitsune and killed everyone it touched. I love it. It's great. I'm picturing Jacob's ladder made of nightmares. Susanoo then gives the sword to Amaterasu as an apology gift, the awesomely innocuous name of Grasscutter. The woodcutter starts physically wasting away the longer he spends with this mysterious, totally not a spider demon woman. Spontaneously creates himself and promptly spoots out 4 gods, our lord the flayed one, which, might be why he's red. Now, Yamato had previously been exiled due to some fratricidal shenanigans. Unfortunately, the Jade Emperor is shocked I tell you, that the arrow guy he commissioned to shoot arrows shot arrows at the people he pointed him at. A whirlwind romance between an unsuspecting lumberjack and a shapeshifting spider monster with a habit of eating dudes. Tolkien's crippling arachnophobia did not die for this. So now the woodcutter knows the hot lady he's been seeing is actually a Jorogumo, but surprisingly this isn't a deal breaker for him. Let's file that under yikes and move on. How does everyone keep getting in here?
Oh, Zoe has level 100 lockpicking. I've trained her well.
We were songbirds, we were Greek gods, we were singled out by fate. We were quoted out of context and it was great. Grander than castles, cathedrals, or stars, electric guitar, it's an